Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Right now at 5, an ousted government vaccine expert testifies today after filing a whistleblower complaint, plus the latest on the push for a new stimulus plan that the president says is dead on arrival. As the county opens up new testing sites, just who is being encouraged to be tested might surprise you. We'll explain coming up. Teaching history while living it. We honor another Kern County educator who's receiving a very special honor. This is Thursday, May 14th, 2020. Good morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen here on Sunrise, and we are going to check in with Alyssa Carlson, who's filling in this morning for Kevin Charette, and she has your forecast. Yesterday was just beautiful. We had clouds in the morning up in Tehachapi, Alyssa, but finally everything cleared out in the afternoon, and it was gorgeous.
Oh, wasn't it just so nice? Especially those temperatures in the 70s and mid 70s. Today, a little bit higher, but we're still going to be below average. So that's good news. And of course, as you probably drove into work this morning, Maddie, you noticed that the temperatures were cool. So open up the windows once again, allow air in that house. We are only in the 50s around the valley areas, and we'll continue here in the 50s. Mountains also looking cool. We do have, again, that opportunity for maybe a few passing clouds around the area into the mountains, but the rain will stay into Northern California, and that is it. So no rain here. Temperatures with those westerly winds will continue to be mild, and we'll look for readings here into the 50s as we head through the morning. Yesterday, we started out pretty cool, and we ended up only at 85 degrees. So into today, here's what we can expect. Temperature-wise, looking for readings to eventually make their way up into the 80-degree range, and in the mountains, we will be around 62 degrees. We'll get those weather graphics going for you, too, and I'll have much more coming up in your complete forecast. I think you're going to like it, especially for this weekend. Maddie?
All right, thanks, Alyssa. It is time for the weekend, right? 5:02 now. In about 5 hours, we expect a live update from Kern County Public Health on the latest number of coronavirus cases here in Kern County. Public Health announced 27 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday, bringing the total to 1,353. Kern's death toll stands at 17. More than half of those deaths are from local nursing facilities. More than 10,000 tests for COVID-19 have come back negative. 1,900 are pending, and more than 800 people have recovered from the virus. You can catch the live update at 10 a.m. here on KGET or on our KGET Facebook page. Well, the county has come up with a plan to help all nursing homes during this challenging time, and it's set up to be running by tomorrow. The Kingston Healthcare Nursing Facility has 108 confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 9 deaths. More than half of all COVID-related fatalities across Kern County. Last week, the state said all California nursing facilities must come up with plans to test residents and staff within 21 days. But the county says that's too long, so they're launching a COVID testing response team of medical professionals to help nursing facilities get the testing and staff they need. Technically, oversight at skilled nursing facilities is the state's responsibility. However, the county can get involved.
We recognize that this is a state-regulated facility, but these are our residents, these are our families, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that we're answering the call.
Kern has already supplied personal protective equipment and on-site training to all skilled nursing facilities. So who's paying for this? Chief Communication Officer Megan Pearson says the goal is for the state to reimburse the county 100%, but she notes the reimbursement process could take months, if not years. 5:04 is the time now. Kern County Supervisor Chair Leticia Perez says one testing site in East Bakersfield is offering not only free testing to anyone, but they're encouraging people to come back and get tested regularly. This week, Kern County officials announced the opening of 6 new free testing sites in Arvin, Taft, Oildale, Delano, Ridgecrest, and Kern River Valley. They'll be county-sponsored and have no screening criteria. Plus, a state-sponsored site at the Richard Prado Center in Northeast Bakersfield announced it would no longer require patients to meet testing criteria.
Any person in Kern County, despite your work status, despite having any symptoms at all, can be tested for free. Everybody has to do their part here. We've brought the testing facilities to the communities. Now it's up to the community to sign up projectbaseline.com and get tested. Help us open up our economy. Help us get back to work.
Perez is encouraging repeat testing. Experts agree widespread testing will be key in reopening our economy. The Richard Prado Center is open every day except Saturdays and every day from 8 to 8. You can make an appointment online at projectbaseline.com. The time now is 5:05. A $3 trillion economic stimulus bill will be considered in the House tomorrow, where it's likely to pass. The HEROES Act includes $275 billion for testing and healthcare worker hazard pay and $1 trillion for state and local governments. The bill also renews direct payments to individuals and small businesses. Some Senate Republicans call the package a Democratic wish list that has no chance of passing the Senate. Senator Lindsey Graham says money from the last package should be exhausted before approving trillions more. And that's the subject of today's 17 Interactive Feedback. We want to know what you think. We're asking, should Congress pass the $3 trillion economic stimulus package? Press 1 if you think yes, 2 if not. The number, by the way, is 888-4617. You can also tweet your answer. You can text, tweet, email, or Facebook your comments. And again, that number is 888-4617. We'll air some of those and check the vote coming up at 5:30 this morning. Across the state, a 5-year-old girl who was the subject of an Amber Alert has been found safe and her father's in custody. Police say Jose Suarez is accused of abducting his daughter, Victoria Suarez, yesterday morning. They were last seen in North Hollywood. The CHP issued an Amber Alert for the pair. Then yesterday evening, the father and daughter were found in Mar Vista, a community in West Los Angeles. Victoria was not hurt and her father was arrested. Happening today, local homeless people have an option to help them get back on their feet. The M Street Navigation Center in Bakersfield is opening. We showed you an inside look last weekend on Kern County in depth. The Community Action Partnership of Kern will manage the facility with the goal of moving people quickly off the streets into services and onto a better life.
This is just a small piece of the puzzle that will help alleviate homelessness in the community. It doesn't answer all the questions, but it's an important part of making that a reality here in Bakersfield and Kern County.
While it can host 150 people at full capacity, for now they'll limit how many people live there because of the pandemic. This comes as the county reports a 95% increase in its homeless population since 2017. You can check out that episode of Kern County in Depth on our website, kget.com. It's in the features section. We also have a link to the CAPK website, which shows more about the services. We're remembering a local man who made an impact all the way from Kern County to New York. A memorial service was held in Bakersfield last night for Lloyd Porter. The service took place at Highland High School here in Bakersfield, where Lloyd Cornelius Porter graduated. He was known as Corny during high school. He died last week due to complications from COVID-19. Lloyd Porter is the brother of local Grammy winner Gregory Porter, and a star in his own right. He moved to New York and became an actor. Those at the service last night lit candles in honor of Lloyd Porter, and his brother Gregory talked about the special times they shared at Highland.
If you hear some of the love and the life experiences that we had on this campus, some of that is in my music. If you listen to the song Painted on Canvas, we are like children with painted on canvases, picking up shades as we go. I'm talking about you. And at the point at which I say in the song, can I get some greens and some blue? I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us. And so I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for honoring my brother.
The memorial service was followed by a car procession to Seaman Park, where Lloyd liked to play basketball as a teen, and he is survived by his wife and his daughter. Happening today, the Bakersfield Police Department's Peace Officer Memorial Ceremony. It's about to kick off in an hour. It will honor those who've paid the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community. It's not a public event this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but the department will live stream it on their social media platforms. You can watch it live starting at 6 a.m., and we will be there as well to bring you a live look. The Kern County Sheriff's Office also could not hold a public ceremony. KCSO released video paying tribute to county deputies who lost their lives on the job. The department says the memorial will be open to the public for people to pay respects. That's on Norris Road, just west of Airport Drive. You're asked to continue social distancing while you're there. Well, still ahead this morning on Sunrise, making the best out of these difficult times. What a local teacher's doing to put a positive spin on the coronavirus pandemic and make sure his students are still receiving the best education they can get. They're essential to shaping our future generations, but don't always get the credit they deserve. This week, we're honoring a few Kern County educators who've gone above and beyond for their students. 17's Nicole Gitsky introduces us to an 8th grade teacher at Lakeside School who isn't letting the coronavirus damper his mood.
For Joseph Andriotti's 8th grade history class, they are in the midst of history and writing the books. And while being away from his students is challenging, he has something that makes it just a bit easier. This week, Joseph received news that he is one of the 3 finalists for Teacher of the Year here in Kern County.
I'm still in shock.
Joseph's colleagues nominated him for the award because of his hard work and dedication to his classroom. While the transition for him being away from his students has been tough, he is trying to make it a positive experience for them.
I have very supportive parents and very supportive families in my district. I know they're going through this too. So I didn't want them to have to be, put in a bind, having to try to help their children with things that their children didn't know how to do.
Joseph simplified his lessons and tried not to change his curriculum too much so he didn't overwhelm them. But he misses being in the classroom.
I'm going to be excited to get back in the classroom just to see the students and get to engage with them. I mean, that's the fun part about teaching is that every day you don't know what's going to happen. So every day is a new excitement and a new adventure with the students. And you never know what crazy, cool thing they're going to say in discussions. And, they all just blow my mind. I mean, even during this COVID-19 distance learning, they have really stepped up to the occasion.
Joseph is disappointed, though, that he can't celebrate both his and his students' accomplishments from this year.
Graduation and the end of the school year is always a nice time to just, say your goodbyes, and that's just not going to happen this time.
But he wants them to know how proud he is of each and every one of them. In Southwest Bakersfield, Nicole Gitsky, 17 News.
Andriotti can now apply to move on to the California State Teachers of the Year program, which will be announced later this year. The time now is 5:25. The president of CSU Bakersfield says that she's happy the Cal State system will stay off campus for the fall semester. President Lynette Zelezny appeared on CNN to talk about the decision yesterday. On Tuesday, CSU Chancellor Timothy White said the system would take a hybrid approach to the fall semester. Most courses will be virtual with some exceptions. Zelezny said she's pleased with the decision because it protects students, faculty, and staff, but also gives them more time to prepare.
We want to take the time to make sure incoming students, our freshmen in particular, and our transfer students have the technology and the access they need as we move into the fall. It really allows us to have maximum amount of time so that we have that high quality choice for students coming into the CSU.
Some of the exceptions include lab courses, clinical training, and other activities that have to be done in person. This only applies to the 23 schools in the CSU system. The University of California has not made an announcement for its schools yet, but a spokesman told CNN it's likely the campuses won't be fully open. And meantime, her appearance on national TV comes just one day after being named CSU President of the Year by the Cal State Student Association. The association gave Zelezny the honor for her work in transitioning CSUB during the pandemic by involving staff, faculty, and students. They also said she's worked to put students first and involve student leadership in governing the university. Zelezny arrived at CSUB 2 years ago and is the first woman to lead Cal State Bakersfield. Even though most courses won't be on campus, students still have not completely moved out. U-Haul's offering help through its College Boxes program. They're offering to pack up items for students who can't return to campus as universities clear the dorms. Students can ask for their... Well, an ousted government vaccine expert is expected to testify today. This as new concerns are raised about children and the coronavirus.
Years to optimize the efficiency.
Ousted government vaccine expert Dr. Rick Bright testifies today. Bright filed a whistleblower complaint claiming he was pressured to back ineffective coronavirus treatments pushed by President Trump. This after Dr. Anthony Fauci opposed the president.
I think they should open the schools, absolutely.
And told senators it may not be safe to reopen schools without more coronavirus testing.
He wants to play all sides of the equation. I was surprised by his answer, actually.
Governors are grappling with whether it's safe to send children back to class.
Not all parents are going to be ready to send their kids to school.
It comes amid new worries about an inflammatory syndrome starting to affect children with COVID-19.
It can happen to any child at any time, and we need to be prepared.
The illness is suspected in 17 states. The CDC is expected to issue a nationwide alert to doctors today. Democrats want to force the CDC to release reopening guidelines blocked by the White House.
Reportedly, so the president and his political appointees can make changes to it.
President Trump also opposing Democrats' $3 trillion coronavirus stimulus.
DOA. Dead on arrival.
Mr. President.
Of course, Nancy Pelosi knows that.
The House set to vote on that plan tomorrow. The Federal Reserve Chair is warning that we could see permanent economic damage if Congress doesn't act quickly. Tracy Potts, NBC News.